everybody, it's Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only movie review show on YouTube to review movies in terms of food. And it's just Marco here on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, first of all. And second of all, hello! Welcome to the South Park Season 23 Thanksgiving special called Turd Burglars. Wow! This episode was genuinely really good. Honestly, you guys are gonna crap your pants, no pun intended, with this episode. When I say this, I don't have any negative things to say about this episode. Even with last episode, it wasn't a negative thing. It was just a thing that took me out of watching the good episode that was playing. But with this week, I don't have anything bad to say at all. Nothing. Usually I always have something. I didn't like this, I didn't like that, I didn't like this. But with this episode, I don't have anything to say bad. Even with Banned in China, I think I had something bad to say. Not with this funny episode. This was a great episode. It was different, to say the least. It was very unique. It was very South Park. It was very funny. It was very enjoyable. And it was a nice treat to watch on Thanksgiving. It's not the kind of episode you want to watch with your family. Which, of course, I don't know many South Park episodes you would want to watch with your family, to be honest. But yeah, this episode, it's so weird. I don't know how. I would love to see a making of this episode, because how did they come up with this? They were really... I'm at a loss for words with how they came up with this episode, because the concept is this. So, turds. These women, because this woman had an infection, she got a turd transplant, and then her 3 girlfriends want to steal her turds so that they can give themselves turd transplants with turkey basters. And at the same time, the kids are stealing turds, and then they want to steal Tom Brady's turd. And oh my God. I never expected this. And one of the things about this episode that was so good was the fact that they were willing to go there. A lot of other shows, they would have cut it off at a certain point. They would have, they would have played it safe. They would have played it very straight, and they would have not shown things. But with this episode, you get to see everything, and and that, I guess that's a good thing, because it's a great episode. And there's something else that I wanted to talk about, is that Kenny, spoiler alert, I guess. I mean, these episodes are 20 minutes long. You don't really spoil anything when you talk about the plot. But Kenny, I don't know if we've ever seen him. Excuse me if I'm wrong. I have not watched the older seasons of South Park in quite a while. What I used to do as a kid, when I had schoolwork and everything, is I would come home after school and I would just turn on South Park on Netflix. And with South Park on Netflix, you didn't have any ads or anything, and so I would be sitting there doing homework for hours on end with South Park playing in the background. And it's been a long time. It was a long time ago when I was doing that. And so forgive me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've ever seen Kenny without his hoodie on. And in this episode, there's a certain point where he's got blonde hair and he's got a hat. And that was very funny, and I think he even says a little word. And that was great. That was a great sort of reveal, I guess. I mean, I don't want to seem stupid like I'm wrong if we have seen him before, and I don't think his hair is blonde. I think it was like a disguise, but still, it was that was a great moment when they disguised him as the sick boy, because usually they would have Cartman do something like that, like when he did the whole Asperger's thing, and then he did the handicap racing tournament thing, and then he. Oh, no, wait, was that it? No, wait, no. The handicap Olympics, and then another episode. See, there a lot of times Cartman goes through these transformations, and yeah, but this episode, Kenny is in the disguise, and it's all to get into Tom Brady's mansion, and so yeah. All in all, I think this is a great episode. I think I'm stretching this out a little bit too long, and that's stupid to do. But I give this episode an A+. Yes, an A+. And just like Banned in China. Hopefully, I hope I gave that episode an A+. Because if not, I'll go back. I'll change my rating just in case. Officially, I give Banned in China A+. I gave this episode an A+. This wasn't as good as Banned in China, and that's the problem with reviewing things in general with the archaic rating system, is that you could have two movies, Shawshank Redemption and Horror of Dracula. Let's say you give both of those movies A+. Well, which is the better movie? Oh, they're the same grade. How can you say one's better than the other? Well, because, I mean, Shawshank is Shawshank, and Horror of Dracula is Horror of Dracula. And so clearly Shawshank is better, but so much back and forth. So with Banned in China, though, I give it an A+, and I give this an A+, although I think Banned in China is definitely still the best episode of the season. Nothing can beat that episode, I don't think. It had such a great mix of comedy and story and realism and fake story stuff. And it also had a great plot that it was setting up that unfortunately it went nowhere. And, well, it went to a shitty place, no pun intended. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and do all that other stuff that all the other YouTubers keep blathering on about in their videos at the end. So goodbye, everyone. See you soon. I've got to go watch The Irishman movie. I have to watch a movie on Netflix, not go see it in theaters. Yeah, I'm really excited to do that. Yeah, goodbye, everyone. Have a happy Thanksgiving.